Hello everyone, welcome back to a Plane Dude 777 video, and today we're going to be having a look at the MYAirline A320 economy class from Kuala Lumpur to Penang. As you can see, we are starting off our journey at KL Central, where we will be taking the KLIA Express from KL Central City Center all the way to KLIA 2, which will take just around 30 minutes plus. You can either buy a ticket, use your IC, or I paid directly with my credit card on the turnstile. And now let's head down to the KLIA Express terminal. The train platform for KLIA Express is a little small, but it is sufficient enough for what we need. The trains come every 20 minutes, and so if you miss one, you don't need to wait too long for the next one. And soon enough, the train was already here. After quickly boarding, the train itself wasn't too full, although there was a good amount of people. I even got to snag myself a 4-seater, so it felt really comfortable. Here's what the train ride itself looks like, starting off from the city and in the middle of the way to KLIA. And before you know it, we soon arrived at KLIA 1, although this is not our exact destination because MYAirline is a budget airline, which means that they use the next one over, which is KLIA 2. In fact, you can see a lot of the AirAsia planes as well as a singular MYAirline right there. Oh wait, there's two of them, never mind. In any case, we soon arrived at KLIA 2 and I was really excited to quickly get off. Overall, I would say that KLIA Express is a great service that is for the most part comfortable and on time, and also really fast. I would certainly recommend it if you're going from KLIA to the city center at KL Central, where you can transit to other train stations. And now that we're here at KLIA 2, I also used the credit card that I used to access out of the turnstile. And as you can see, we're here in what looks like a shopping mall. The area outside of KLIA 2 has a bunch of food and shopping options, so you won't really be bored. In any case though, let's head over to KLIA 2's check-in area. Now, since I did not have any check-in luggage, I decided to check in with MYAirline online, meaning that I did not have to worry about these long lines and huge crowds and whatnot, and that I could simply use the photo of my boarding pass on my phone and head straight to security. MYAirline also had its own ticket check before the security, and since it was less people than AirAsia, we got through quite quickly, which is something that I guess I could appreciate if it was unintentional. Here's the domestic terminal of KLIA 2, and as you can see, there are a couple of food options here, so you won't be bored. Nonetheless, it was soon time for us to board anyway, and there's a plane right there, a MYAirline A320-200 with the older wingtips. There's two of them side by side. I wonder where the other one would go. But as you can see, boarding was okay, if not a little slow, as we had to wait a little bit in the jet bridge. And here we are, finally heading in. And I'm quite excited because, as I might have mentioned before, this is my first time flying MYAirline, and I don't see a lot of people posting about it. The seats look clean, modern, and well, as comfortable as they can get for a budget airline. It is easy to assume that MYAirline's goal is to compete with AirAsia, so let's have a look at what it is. With this slim back design, it's pretty much standard in what you would see in all of any budget airline economy class seats. An okay amount of legroom, and here's what the view looks like outside. Here's the safety card of MYAirline's A320-200. Pretty simple and straightforward stuff. And here's what their menu looks like. Ooh. The prices are okay for the most part, although there were some interesting food options there. While it is not as extensive as, say, AirAsia, I believe that they are planning on expanding this in the future. Soon enough though, it was time for us to take off, so please enjoy this takeoff footage here. Soon after takeoff, MYAirline started their food and beverage service, and while I didn't order anything, everything seemed quite orderly and efficient as well. And the flight attendants were smiling, and they were quite nice as well. Nonetheless though, on this short sub 1 hour flight, there wasn't really much to do except to just enjoy the flight itself. And I will say that I had quite a pleasant experience overall, and there were no complaints at all from me. So let's just head straight to landing. And there you have it, folks, a very simple, straightforward flight from Kuala Lumpur to Penang featuring MYAirline. I'll definitely say, while it doesn't necessarily stand out overall, considering it is a budget airline, it is a comfortable and cheap enough option that I could consider it as a future alternative to AirAsia. Now, does this mean that AirAsia needs to worry about MYAirline? Not necessarily, but MYAirline does have potential. And soon enough, obviously, it was time for us to deplane, and I was happy to head back into Penang. Overall for this flight, I actually think that I could take it again in the future. Now, as you can see, as we deplaned, MYAirline's process is very, very quick, to the point where they're actually already boarding just as soon as we got off. Not necessarily a minus on my part, I actually thought this was a little bit humorous as well, and interesting since I've never really seen it before. In any case, MYAirline has a good experience and as well as an interesting livery. As such, the final score is 8 out of 10. MYAirline is efficient, had friendly staff, a clean cabin, and certainly gets you from point A to point B at a good, affordable price without any major issues. And I could definitely recommend MYAirline to anyone really. Now, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, and this is Plane Dude 777 signing out.